Hey all, J-Man here. I just want to tell you about beardedshirts.com. It's a great place to get a lot of cool superhero shirts and other merchandise. You can scroll, they've always got sales on. As you can see, they've got these really cool print all over shirts, which I really love. That's Eddie, the founder of the site. And if you're looking for stuff, all you got to do is you click on the search here and you can type in all over. And that's going to show you the all over prints, which are really, really cool. Look at that. You got Legion of Superheroes, you got Brave and the Bold, you got JSA, you got Superman, Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, all kinds of stuff. So check out beardedshirts.com. Hey guys, J-Man here. Let's talk about Crown Jewel. So this is WWE Crown Jewel. We had champion versus champion for the Crown Jewel belt. I've got a poll going, of course, for you guys to vote on. We're going to talk about this every match. We're not going to go too late tonight, so I want to get through these messages a bit quicker. This Monday, we are doing Karate Kid. We're going to be talking about issues 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. This is, of course, on the Legion live stream, which is every Monday night. Tuesday is Transformers Super God Master Force. We're going to be talking about 10 episodes, the next 10. So basically 11 through 20 for Transformers Super God Master Force. Wednesday, I'm going to be on the Action Elite Live. This is my friend Owen's channel. And we're going to be talking about Tango and Cash, not the dance and money. We're talking about the characters Tango and Cash, not, it's not going to be a show about money and how to dance. Thursday, I'm taking the evening off, but Friday is Earth's Mightiest Fridays. It's the start. We've got 4 issues of The Avengers, and issue 4 is where Captain America comes in. So that's going to be on Friday, and Classic Comics is going to be joining us on Friday to help talk about these 4 issues. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's thank the Legionnaires. These are the channel members. We have Dan, Sean, Steven, Brennan, Mark D with a C, RR, Philip Story, Scotty, Digger Jim, Mark from Legion of Comics, and Quagnar. So thank you to all you guys. And we do thank Clobberin Times, who's going to be a Legionnaire forever because we miss him, and he's just a great guy. He wasn't really into wrestling, but he's still a Legionnaire, so we're going to thank him on every stream anyway. That's it. All right, let's bring Steve in so we can start this up. Hello.
Hey, man.
Hey. Let's say hi to Joe Dog, who's here first. What's going on, man? You came from Cobra Cast. Yes, Cobra Cast. Red Titanes 34 Dawn Troy gets possessed by Miss Wickerson. Oh, okay. I've never read that one. And Forbidden Frontier, Unerotic Forbidden Frontier. Okay, nice. All right. I came back from watching The Prisoner. That's where I was just I'm watching. So I'm on starting Prisoner, second time through. It's just like this is another one of these shows where it's just like I'm looking for reasons to not give every episode a 10 out of 10, so it's getting hard. It's just I don't know, it's crazy. It's like Blake 7. It's like the most, like, all my Blake 7 reviews is just like, yeah, it's a 10. Okay, it's a 9.5.
Yeah,
I think I gave a couple where I gave it like a 7 or something. Out of 52 episodes, there's maybe like 4 or 5 that are like, yeah, that was okay, right. But like most of them are just like insane. And then once you get into like the Avon, it's basically 2 series. It's like Avon's Avon's not in the first episode, which is crazy. Clobby once, I said I can't rank the episodes. And he's like, well, I ranked them. I was like, okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'll say every episode that has Avon in it is my favorite episode. He's like, well, he's not in episode 1. I was like, right. So the best episode of Blake 7 is 51, and then the second best is episode 1. He's on it. In fact, if you watch episode 1 of Blake, I'm eager to get you and Sean onto this, because just to see the reactions of, like, you watch episode 1 and you're like, okay, and then once you formulate what you're like, okay, I understand what's going to happen in this show, and then everything is dismantled immediately. You're like, okay, so what the hell is this show about? Like, it sets up about 7 different things and they all get destroyed. Immediately, you're just like, oh, okay, what is that? And then the second episode, you're like, okay. You're like, okay, I get it now. This is okay. I get what's happening. No, the entire thing is dismantled. And then episode 3, you're like, okay, now we're finally I get what's happening. Nope, dismantle. Everything is. You're like, I don't understand. This is like, what is this show? What is this about? It's how can this be all dismantled already? It's like it sets up these big things. You're guaranteed episode 1, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, I've got a couple of these 2 characters are really cool. I'm pumped up for these characters. Like, don't get too pumped up for them. You're just like, what's going on? That's it for these characters. They're gone. I'm like, oh, what the shit is this? It's like Avon isn't even in the first episode. He's my favorite character of all time. Episode 2, he's there a little bit. You're like, okay, I don't understand. But if you watch episode 1, then you watch episode 52, you're like, what is this? Like it's complete. You're just like, this is weird. Like the whole thing is like reversed. So there's almost like 2 segments of Blake 7, and people don't like the second one or as much, but I love the second one, and so does Clobby. And Skeptic is here. How's it doing, Skeptic? Yeah, it's for wrestling. So there you go. No, they're not going to remake it. I would literally kill them. I had Fortress Maximus. I bought him for 200. I sold him for 400. Now I rebought the reissued one for 300. So there he is right there. It's the same exact one before they reissued it again. So I got it again because I felt bad after I sold it. I thought it's okay, but then I watched Headmasters and I loved it so much. And Fort Max is like the main hero. I was like, crap! I had Fort Max and I sold him, and I'm like, I'll never get him back again because I sold them for about 400 about a year ago. And now, no, I didn't get Computron. I know I got to get Computron. I sold them and I felt like kind of bad. But I was like, well, it is what it is. And I thought I'll never get him back. And now they re-released Scorponok, which is going to be, he's probably going to be like close to 400. But I'm going to get him.
Yeah.
So I pre-ordered them. I just have to have them. It'll be the new score. I mean, it's like 22, 23 inches big.
Oh
like
my God.
It's enormous. So there you go. All right. Crown Jewel. So there is actually quite a few, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 matches on this one. So I can't do my out of 5 thing. I will say that Rhea Ripley is injured.
She is. That's why
she's out.
If you watched NXT when she was talking to the ladies, her face never turned from the right side, and I was sitting there watching, saying, "Well, that's where she broke her orbital bone because she doesn't want to show it to the camera."
Yeah, it was like this. Like it's like it was. I just thought, okay,
yeah,
I thought it was just weird angle. I was like, okay, it's just it's a weird, weird angle. And then I'm like, oh no, she really is. She really is injured. I was like, oh shit. So she's out
doing those headbutts to Raquel and Liv. She broke her freaking orbital bone.
It's pretty shitty. And Indy Hartwell was let go.
I'm so annoyed.
She
got bomb rushed. Like there was no reason to get rid of her. Now the SmackDown rosters, like the female rosters, like incredibly shallow. I'm assuming that like Charlotte and Alexa Bliss and Carmella, when they come back, they're all going to SmackDown because SmackDown has far fewer female wrestlers than Raw does. Either that or there won't be as many women's matches.
I guess so. All right, so first we had Solos guys versus Romans guys. 3-on-3. I just don't care. I don't care at all. No. I actually like Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is really the only person I like out of that entire group. I don't care about Jimmy or Jay at all either.
No.
I don't care about
Jay's popularity continues to astound me. Like that whole Yeet thing, and I've missed that train. I don't really watch his stuff. I really want Sideswipe. Who doesn't? Who doesn't? Sideswipe's got an awesome name. He's literally called Sideswipe. How many times have we been driving where we've actually been sideswiped?
Yeah,
it's all happened to all of us. So, yeah. I mean, it's the perfect name for a car. As soon as I heard Sideswipe, I was like, "You're on to something there."
Right.
But this match, there was two things. There was two things or three things that made me laugh. one thing that made me laugh is Roman, when his facial expressions are on point. Like I loved him even asking for a tag. He's like, come on,
Yeah, come on. Yeah.
Like that's like,
come on. Wouldn't tag him, yeah.
And for some reason, like the fan starts chanting, and Solo tried to quiet everyone down. I thought that was hilarious.
That was funny, yeah.
Solo apparently is not a surprise. He's a really nice guy. I saw a video where he was on an airplane, and this lady in front of him was trying to put her luggage up on the top rack, and she couldn't do it because I guess it was so heavy. So he got out of his seat and lifted it up for her. But yeah, this match was, I gave it 2.5 out of 5. 2.5 out of 5. It was a match. I honestly didn't see it as anything other than, I didn't see why it was a PLE match.
They could have removed this entire thing from this.
Yeah, it could have been on.
Did Roman get pinned? He got pinned.
Roman got pinned.
That was 1, 2, 3. No. I mean, he got pinned. Like, and then they're like, "Oh, it was so close." I was like, "No, he was down." Was that a botch?
No, I think he was supposed to. He got the thumb of death in his.
No. Before that, not the.
Oh yeah, there was a botch. Yeah, there was a botch.
Like
there was a botch.
Like, yeah, it's like 1, 2, 3. I was like, he just got pinned there. I was like, oh no, Jay saved him. No, I don't think that he did. Like that was like super badly timed. I'm like, this looks like
they were so confused. Like someone said he kicked out, and the other person said Jimmy stopped it, and I'm like, no, that was just weird. Like I didn't understand. Like the referee didn't hit 3 though. He literally stopped his count, and then it happened. He would have been.
That was weird.
It was so.
Yeah,
weird.
I remember. I was just like, "What?" Now I'm like, "Yeah, something's off." I watched it at like 11 p.m. or something. I was like, "What the heck was that?" I'm like, I don't even care to rewind it. I'm like, I just whatever. It looked weird. He did the spikes a few times. Sami Zayn came out.
Yeah,
and then he hit Roman by accident. It's like, are we going through this again?
Yeah, we are. They're just you know what? They found their old notes from the original Bloodline thing, and they're like, you know what? Let's recycle this. People probably don't even remember it anymore. They don't remember the whole tension with the Bloodline. This will work. Yeah,
I just don't care.
It's very boring. We know what's going to happen. It's going to be the 4 against 4 at War Games. So you might as well just. WWE is suffering a bit from, and I'll talk about this a bit later, but it is suffering from delayitis, where they're just delaying the inevitable and starting to actually annoy me on certain storylines. And this is one of them. Like, we know what's going to happen, guys. Like, you're just delaying the inevitable. And it isn't one of those things where I'm like, oh man, when this happens, the payoff's going to be awesome. I'm just like, I don't care what the payoff is because I already know what it is. Just get to it.
Yeah.
So 2.5 out of 5.
Yeah, the next one was Damage Control versus, I guess, the Meta Girls.
Yeah.
Chelsea Piper and Bianca and Jade. So
you want to talk about botch central? This whole thing was one big botch after another. Let me go down the list of botches in my head. Kairi Sane had about 3 of them on her own. Right. I recall that there was a moonsault from Io Sky that she was 7 miles from, but she still fell over.
Right.
I recall her drop kicking someone where her feet were clearly above the person's head, but they still fell.
Yep.
I do recall Io Sky went up to the top rope and she ended up like, skating. Because she just got on roller skates for some reason up there. There was a Jade Cargill pump kick where I think she hit like Lash Legend's shin.
Yes, I definitely caught that one here. I'm like, that was bad.
There were so many weird botches in this match. It was just one frigging botch after another. I was like, what is happening? And I actually enjoyed the match. That's the crazy thing. Chelsea Green single-handedly saved this match.
She's very funny.
Her moonsault that she went up to the top and then no. Then she went down to the middle. She's like, no. Then she's on the ring apron considering. And then she just leaps into Piper's arms and hugs her. I'm like, what? What is this?
That was fun. And I liked her patting her on the head to tag in. It's like
yeah. But this was just,
I mean,
yeah,
that was funny. Yeah, I like the people involved in this match, but like it's just like what is going on? There was some like fun. I mean, yeah, Io missed a bunch. Jade kind of looked like she was going to go against Lash. That's kind of a neat little Piper off the top rope. That was kind of fun. And then everyone just kept jumping off the rope, off the side rope, and then it was just like a big pile of nothingness. I did like Piper hit. I like Piper falling on Chelsea. That
was Chelsea can sell like no one's business.
Yeah,
she is the best at selling. She looks like she's been murdered.
Yeah, no, she was like they're like, oh my gosh, she's been squashed and all that. And Piper's like, no, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to squash you.
Wasn't Michael Cole said Chelsea's looking green right now?
Yes, yeah, that was funny.
Yeah,
I
gave it 3 out of 5 just because it was a terrible like actual match, but it was so fun. I enjoyed it. Like I liked everyone involved. I love Lash Legend as a like her versus Jade. I definitely want that to happen.
Yeah.
It's just everyone. I love Damage Control. I love this team getting Damage Control. They are super fun, but man, they make a lot of mistakes. I don't care. I love Kairi Sane. She's one of my favorites. I will make apologies for this match all day long. I did enjoy it.
Okay, so Bronson versus Seth. I mean, the fight, it's like, first of all, the fight was like half over before the bell rung, which I thought was funny. They just started fighting on the ramp. I didn't even have notes. It's just like, I was like, fight on ramp, brawling. And then bell rings finally. And then more power moves, then superplexes, then stomps, then stomp on the chair, then stomp another stomp, then super stomp. I mean, my notes are outrageous. I'm like, I'm watching this last night and I'm like, what am I going to review? Like, what am I talking about? It's just like, this was like if I, like when I was a kid and I would just have two wrestlers and just beat the crap out of each other for no reason. And then it's like 1, 2, 3. It's like, I guess that guy won. I mean, I felt like nobody won. I mean, I know Seth won, but like I love that there's this massive fight and they're like, the match hasn't even officially started yet. You're like, oh yeah, is there a match? Is there a match in this thing? So, I mean, I guess that was kind of funny. And then both guys are pretty good, but
J-Man, are you not pumped up for Bronson Reed's entrance? He comes out, his eyes are bulging out of his head. Yeah. He's like, and he's talking. Yeah. He's talking. His lips are moving, and you're like, who's he talking to, and what is he saying? And his eyes.
It's like this guy's a mental case. The devil made him do it. I don't know. It's just like, what is happening?
I literally was like crying, but and then he's still doing it while Seth Rollins is hitting him.
Oh my God!
I could not stop laughing. I literally laughed for like 5 minutes. Luckily, the bell hadn't rung during that entire time.
Yeah, so it's like, I mean, they just beat the crap out of each other.
They just literally what's his name? Bronson Reed got a pretty nasty cut at the end, man, which I think was uncalled for. Not uncalled for, unplanned. I thought Bronson Reed would win this match because he needs some momentum, but they gave it to Steph for whatever reason. Yeah, I gotta tell you, Skeptic, I love Bronson Reed. I love his entranceway. Just like if I ever met him, I would say he's got one of the best entrances ever. And just him walking, but just like his eyes are bulging out, and he's literally, I have no idea what he's saying. His lips are moving constantly, though. And I'm literally like, is he lip syncing the music he's coming out to? What the hell is he doing? And I can't take it, man. I just start laughing my ass off. You gotta see it to believe it.
I can't find his entrance. We can just show.
I mean, literally his eyes are bulging out like massively. You should do Bronson Reed eye bulging. Yeah, they're not doing. Yeah, no one has yet appreciated the art of Bronson Reed like I do, obviously.
So yeah, that was that. I mean, what did you think of that one?
Yeah, it's good. I give it 3 out of 5. It would normally be a 2 out of 5 because I'm not really invested in the storyline, but I think Seth Rollins and Reed did a good job of telling the story, which is basically, I mean, Seth got over, but Bronson Reed is just a monster. And he kept getting up and he's like pointing, and I don't know. It was just a really well told story that elevated the match a bit more than it should have been. So,
well, next we had Nia Jax versus Liv Morgan. Raquel came out, Dom came out, got the Oblivion in, the Tiffany came out. Okay, so before we get to that actual match, okay, I don't know who the DA, the dumbass, who thought it was a good idea on SmackDown to come out and say, I'm going to cash in tomorrow.
Yeah, whoever wrote that needs to be fired.
No, they should be let go.
Yeah.
That is the dumbest crap I've ever friggin' heard of. I don't understand. It actually tanked this. Look, I really like Liv Morgan. Her autograph's right there. I love Liv. She was like when we were buying our shirts for the weekly women of WWE. She was like the first one I bought. Right. I need to upgrade my Liv shirt because I'd lost more weight. So I have to I have to upgrade my Liv shirt. She's maybe my favorite right now. Mm-hmm. Her and Raquel together are super cool. Dominic there is funny as hell. And I was pumped for this one. And I thought, it'd be really nice if Liv could win. This would be really cool. So everything I wanted to happen happened, but it got tanked because Tiffany's like, I'm going to cash in tomorrow. I could cash in on you or you. What?
That was really stupid.
That was really stupid. That was so stupid.
It was really stupid.
And then Nia Jax. Okay, so these are characters. So if I'm Nia Jax, that means, I'm auto not trusting anyone now. Yeah. And then she was helping her out. I couldn't wrap my head around this story. This was so stupid. I know. I don't even know. Okay, well, I didn't really have much notes. It's like Tiffany comes out, Raquel, a few notes here and there, and then they distracted the usual crap, and then Liv got Oblivion on Nia and pinned her. I mean, I guess that's okay, and then even when Tiffany came out, I didn't understand what was going on. This is one of these matches where the story ended up really killing it more than the fighting part of it is fine. You do what you can with Nia Jax. She's huge, right? But I super already didn't care. Just at the beginning, I already didn't care. And then Tiffany came out. I'm like, so wait, what are you doing? Are you cashing it in or not? But nothing's happening for you to cash it in yet. Dude, what in the hell? I've never been okay, I was getting pumped for this because I really wasn't sure what was going to happen. Because now you got two heels. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, this will be interesting. Two heels, but how is this going to work? Because it's almost like the association with Dom makes Liv the worst heel. Yeah. But Nia Jax, but you can't cheer for Nia Jax against Liv. That's nonsense because Liv is the underdog in this match, even with the others. And then if Nia has Tiffany with her, that's very powerful because we know Dominic's not going to hurt the women. So he's just going to be there to be shenaniganized or whatever. Raquel is dangerous. So I was like, this is going to be pumped. This was the one I was pumped up for. And then I watched SmackDown. I was like, wow, I've never been so deflated. I'm like, oh, okay. And my wife doesn't give a crap about any wrestling. And I started telling her this. I said, this just pissed me off right now. She's like, what? This thing? I said, this wrestling right now. It just really pissed me right off. It's like this girl, I said, this blonde one just came out and said, I'm going to think. I said, the way it works is that like, you're not supposed to know about these things. It's supposed to be a surprise, right? Because we've been anticipating, when is Tiffany going to cash this in? Is it going to be this Sunday? Maybe it won't be. Maybe it'll be the next pay-per-view. We know she's going to cash it in, and we're pretty sure it's going to be on Nia, but we're not sure when. That's the whole anticipation of it. So her coming out and saying, I'm going to do this, it's like, why would you do that? I can't believe it. I don't know. Maybe the physical stuff was okay. I was just so deflated that I just didn't care. I don't know. What are your thoughts? You were nodding, so it seems like you're agreeing with me.
I gave it a 2.5 out of 5. Here's the thing. I have a lot of thoughts about this one on all the participants. Well, other than Liv and Raquel and Dom, which is just, it's working. It's good. That's it. That's all I have to say about that. Nia and Tiffany and this whole thing with the briefcase is really starting to annoy the hell out of me. Because, first of all, let me give Nia Jax her flowers a bit, because I've been very tough on her, but she's really done well through this very difficult storyline.
I agree.
Believe the character. I think her work in the ring has really gotten better. It doesn't look like her opponents are no longer an actual danger anymore.
Yeah.
But what WWE is doing with Tiffany Stratton right now is borderline criminal. First of all, Tiffany Stratton is one of the best. She's probably in my top 5. She's one of the best actual performers that they have, male or female. She is beyond, like, she's strong, she's athletic, and I don't know what they're doing. This stupid briefcase has torpedoed her character. I have zero idea why it takes her so long to cash in. When she brings out the briefcase, she hands it to the referee, and there's this conversation, and I'm like, are you cashing in or not? Why is there this big debate with the ref? You either hand it over or you don't.
I know.
So I'm completely confused with it. You're going to turn her face. The fans are on her side. Just do it. On a good note, she had the best of the females' costumes. I loved her with the big pink heart.
Yeah.
I thought that was terrific. But Tiffany Stratton is being torpedoed by this stupid storyline. It is hurting her. So I want them to stop. Have her cash in. And I'm fine if she cashes in on Liv. I'm fine if she stays with Nia, because I kind of like her and Nia together. I kind of do like them together. I think that's kind of fun. And it gives Nia something else to do, not just be this unstoppable monster. Because Tiffany does bring out, here's the thing that WWE is missing. Tiffany brings the best out in whoever she's with.
Right.
On her side or even against her. Like her stuff with Fallon Henley. Fallon Henley hasn't done anything nearly as good since that whole thing with Tiffany Stratton.
Right. So that was like the funniest thing ever.
That was the funniest thing. Like, I have no idea how they are missing the mark so badly of Tiffany. The fans love her. It is completely obvious what you should be doing with her. But instead, they keep teasing this turn on Nia and this cash in over and over. And now she's telling them she's going to cash in on them tomorrow. And then they tried to walk it back in a backstage interview. I'm just like, I'm done with this. I don't care. And it torpedoed a match I was looking forward to. I literally had no idea what was going to happen. Like you. So this was garbage. I was not happy at all with this whole thing.
Yeah, you're right. Backstage, like, well, I didn't mean I was going to cash in on you, but you just said that.
Yeah, I know.
I think it was the writers of the Acolyte that came and did that segment. Like, what are you doing? I was completely stunned, man. I've actually never seen that. I was telling my wife, I was like, I've not seen this in 30 years or whatever. What I started with WrestleMania 2. From WrestleMania 2 and on, I never missed anything, or up until WrestleMania 25 or something that I missed, like 10 years or something or whatever. Or no, I didn't miss I saw the WrestleManias, but I missed a lot of wrestling. but like literally in like 30 years of watching wrestling, I never seen anything so stupid. You set this up, and you're right. This cashing in, even other times like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, she's cashing in. Oh no, she's not. Well, is she or not? Like,
yeah. It's just bad, and I'm like, just it's killing her character. Just get rid of it. Just get it over with. Have her feud with Nia. I'd actually like to see that. Not like Tiffany can pick up and slam Nia, so I'd love to see this. But get on with it.
Yeah, it's brutal.
It's brutal.
Next one was Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. Okay, so basically this is just like 100. The refs got beat up, they got stunnered and KOs and RKOs and whatever. And then what's his name? One of the managers, Adam Pearce, I think got nailed. He got an RKO. They're outside. Okay, so look, I was totally fine with everything going on until they're just like, oh, Randy Orton's not getting up, and they went to a commercial break. I was like, okay. I was like, wait, why did they go to commercial break during a match? I'm like, this is so weird. I'm like, they took a break. I was like, what is going on? And they came back. It's like, all right, guys. I'm like, is Randy Orton dead? I had to rewind it. I'm like, I don't understand what happened here. Well, that's pretty bad. I have to reply. I'm like, okay, so he got nailed. I'm like, what? Is he dead? I don't understand. Like, was it supposed to be a normal match, or I don't get what I don't get it.
They called it off well before then, so it was just when he put him through when he did the elbow drop through the table. That was the end of the sequence because the match had already been called off well before then. When Kevin Owens stunned the ref, that was pretty much the end of the match.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
And they just kept fighting. And they kept fighting, and then that was it. Like, I didn't give this a rating because there was no match. So there's nothing for me to rate.
I understand this Kevin Owens. Why is he bad now again? I don't.
He's okay. So here's the thing. And it's just they're trying to play it like it's real, and I don't understand why. So Kevin Owens has been fighting the Roman Reigns bloodline for 4 years.
Right.
Right. Basically started during the pandemic and continued to present day. He got mad at Cody Rhodes because he teamed with Roman Reigns in that pay-per-view. So that's why he's mad at Cody Rhodes. He attacked Cody Rhodes after the PPV. And then Randy Orton came out, and all of a sudden they're best friends. Like, they've been teaming since, I don't know, WrestleMania or just before WrestleMania. Now they're best friends and have this huge bond. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And he took Cody Rhodes' side. See, I think they had to have this match the way they did because the storytelling was so convoluted, and they didn't really show a lot of it on television. They showed it like they tried to be clever with this thing, and they had Kevin Owens attack Cody Rhodes just without camera work because they wanted people to shoot it on their cameras and make it go viral. But if you don't know that's going to happen, you don't know to watch it. So you're completely confused that Kevin Owens jumped Cody Rhodes after the pay-per-view and beat the
I was stunned. Yeah, I don't have time. Look, let's face the facts. I'm following the ladies. Yeah. I'm not following any of these men on any of their socials because I don't care about bearded, men and whatever. Like, I don't care about that at all. Yeah. So it's just like, it doesn't matter to me. Yeah. So I'm not watching any of this behind the scenes crap.
Yeah. So they basically say, because people shoot everything, we'll let them shoot this sequence and put it up, and then everyone will know about it. I knew about it because I read the rumors and stuff. But like, if you didn't know that, which J-Man, you didn't follow and know it, then you're like, what the hell is going on? So that's what happened. And then Randy Orton came out and he took Cody Rhodes' side, and that pissed off Kevin Owens. And then this is what happened. But there's no heat for it because it just came out of nowhere. It's like Kevin Owens just angry because whenever Kevin Owens tried to explain it, they cleverly, someone interrupted him or blah, 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 and he couldn't say it. So it was out. It seemed to come out of nowhere. It's just told in a very odd way. And they needed this to happen to make it tangible for people because right now it's like it didn't make any sense. I mean, honestly, I don't really care about this feud. This made it better, but I still don't care about this feud.
Yeah, this is fake. This is fake feuds.
Yeah,
fake feud. Like, we were best friends. You were? When were you best friends? You guys weren't friends at all. And it's like, he betrayed me. And you know what Kevin Owens is like? No, I don't know what he's like. It's like Randy. Again, this is another match. This entire pay-per-view was ruined by SmackDown and Raws and stuff. It's like, friggin', this is so crazy. I'm trying to protect you, Randy. I'm trying to protect you, Randy. It's like, why does Randy Orton need protection? Isn't he like crazy?
Yeah, that was weird as hell. When has Randy Orton ever needed protection? People need protection from Randy Orton. I have no idea. Like
this isn't Pretty Deadly needing protection from Kevin Owens, and it's like I don't think Randy Orton needs protection. Like, what are you talking about?
It was just really odd storytelling again, and I mean, these two guys tore it up a bit. The elbow drop was nice. It's going to be Kevin Owens versus Cody Rhodes at Saturday night's main event. I don't know what to say about this because it is obvious, again, talk about a slow burn. Randy Orton is going to turn on Cody Rhodes and challenge him for the belt. I'm assuming by Royal Rumble this is going to happen. And I don't know. The storytelling's too muddled for me to really get into this.
Yeah. Next, we had Andrade and Carmelo Hayes and LA Knight. So, oh boy, here we go back to SmackDown or whatever it was where they had their match. Yeah. It was game 7 or whatever, right? Game 7.
Yeah.
Or not game 7, match 7. Here's LA Knight and he beats them both up and he ruined that whole thing. I'm like, so you ruined you ruined this whole thing. And then now it's a triple threat. Well, we know LA Knight's just going to win. And then LA Knight wins. I'm like, okay. Now I don't like anybody. I don't like anybody in this thing anymore. It's like I liked LA Knight. Now I'm like, yeah, but you ruined that. Like, I feel like it's like you got these two guys. I don't know. There's like your star quarterback or something. And then you have your two other players who are really good. And they're making a name for themselves, and then the star quarterback comes in, takes all the glory, and then walks off. And you're like, okay, well, why did they bother? So I think Carmelo won a match or whatever, and then Andrade won like a couple in a row or something, and then it went back, and then he won, and then the other guy won, whatever it was, right? And then you're like, okay, so it's like, hold on, it's like, oh shit, they've both won 3-3. Okay, so this is going to be the one that decides. And to have a special guest referee of LA Knight, I thought, this will be really cool. This will be a lot of fun. And then LA Knight just beats them both up and leaves. I'm like, so nobody won? I don't understand. What was the point of this? We're going to finish this at Crown Jewel. But you didn't finish at Crown Jewel because LA Knight just won. So he's like, well, nobody should touch me. It's like, huh? I don't know. Again, maybe the physicality part of this was fine. But I was deflated.
Yeah. No, I agree. It made no sense when I saw it. I was like watching, I'm like, okay, so LA Knight just hates both of them. I'm like, but why would you want both of them after you? Why don't you just pick a side? Like, pick Andrade or pick Carmelo Hayes. It was weird to me. I'm like, there was a better way to end up on the triple threat. The thing that saved them is the triple threat itself was so awesome. Those
like the physicality
were terrific. Even though LA Knight did crotch himself on the top rope because he went up and then he crotched himself. I'm like,
L-A-O.
Yeah. And then he recovered. I guess he could sing a higher note when he was done, but he recovered and still did the spot. I mean, the match was great. I mean, they're lucky that these three guys are three terrific performers because the storytelling again was muddied as hell. I think Game 7 should have been in the pay-per-view, and they should have had the definitive winner. And then the winner fights LA Knight at Survivor Series.
That's it, done. I mean, they already set it up.
Yeah, and
this is like they set up all of the pieces, and then someone came over and flicked the king off the board. You're like, okay, this chess match is over. It's like I don't understand. Like, like you set it all up. Don't have that Game 7 on whatever it was, SmackDown or whatever. Just have it on the pay-per-view. That's and have LA Knight special guest referee, but call it down the line. Like no shenanigans. He calls it down the line. Andrade wins, right? And then it's like, all right, you and me. And then after Andrade wins, they get into a scuffle on the pay-per-view. And then LA Knight's like, what the shit? And then Andrade's like, I want that title. I want my shot or something. And then that's it. Like,
it could have been cleaner, but they wanted. They're trying to sell. Here's my problem with the LA Knight character. I love LA Knight, and I've loved LA Knight before he became popular.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
The LA Knight character, they're trying too hard to make him like Stone Cold Steve Austin, where he can attack anyone.
Yeah.
Stone Cold Steve Austin. What the WWE doesn't seem to appreciate is Steve Austin sold that character, and he sold that character because he started out as a heel and he did not care. He did not change. He did not care, but it worked for his character because it made sense because of how Steve Austin built that character. LA Knight, not the same. And don't try and emulate that character because Steve Austin was once in a lifetime. Like you can't redo that. The only one who's ever come close is Randy Orton.
Mm-hmm.
Where he can RKO anyone out of nowhere because it's an out of nowhere thing. You can't really do a BFT out of nowhere because of the setup. Right? So they're just trying to make him Stone Cold Steve Austin. They should just stop doing it and let him be his own guy. He can still act like a heel. He can be insulting and all that. Just he does it to heels, so the fans will love him. It's not difficult, but just having him attack random wrestlers, fans don't understand that. They're like, why is he attacking that guy? Why is he attacking that guy? It worked for Austin because he already established he threatened heels as a heel.
Yeah.
He didn't care about anyone. Right?
We're never going to Stone Cold again. That was such a weird character. It's an anomaly, and it worked for him, and that's over.
Yep.
Yeah, you're never gonna get that again. All right, Cody and Gunther. They shook hands at the end. Cody won, which I thought he was going to win. There was a lot of crossroads and cutters, and I like that Cody's doing the Dusty Rhodes kind of elbow thingy.
Yeah.
I liked that. My problem with submission moves is that I know for sure that Cody is not going to submit. So putting him into like Boston Crabs or sleeper holds or things like that, it's not going to work. But I do like the way. Okay, so it was like he was going to do the Cody Cutter, but then it went into a sleeper almost.
Yeah,
that was kind of neat.
No, it was actually shockingly told well. Like he tried to do the Cody Cutter, he caught him into a sleeper, and then he rolled him up to pin him.
Yeah, and that was friggin' good timing. I was like, shit, that was like, I was great. Like, whoa, that looked crazy. Like, I mean, I don't know if they rehearsed the crap out of that or what, but like
they did. Yeah, well, you got two of the best in the ring.
Yeah, shit, that was freaking super cool. I was like, and it didn't. It was weird because it didn't make Gunther look bad.
No.
Right? So, like, Cody had to win, right? But it doesn't make Gunther look bad. I thought, wow. I don't know what's going on in this. So it feels like there's two pay-per-views. Mm-hmm. Someone who cares about wrestling wrote some of them. Yeah. And then someone who doesn't give a shit about anything wrote the others.
Yeah.
And you're just like, I don't know what it's like there's Mandalorian season 1 and Acolyte, and you're like, okay, well, what happened here? Like, so
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, yeah, that was so cool at the end. I was like, well, this is really neat. And I thought, well, and I was like, you know what? And then Gunther kind of got right back up. It's like, shit, what the hell happened? It's like, yeah, we reverse, So it was pretty cool. That was cool. Power bombs. There's a lot of good moves. Like those guys both have like a lot of cool things. And I like the story here for it just being the two of them. So, but yeah, anyways, what did you think of this one?
I appreciate Gunther because he's made routine wrestling moves dangerous again. He can win with a clothesline. He can win with a power bomb. He doesn't need this cool acrobatic finisher. He can win with a frigging sleeper hold. I mean, sleeper holds. I haven't seen sleeper holds in years. Everything's got to be a choke out or something. He does a sleeper hold. I mean, it's awesome. And he can win through a variety of ways. I like Gunther is a unicorn. He's just awesome. Mm-hmm. And his character, it all works because he's a student of the game and he knows these moves and blah blah blah. Cody Rhodes is just charismatic and he's a great wrestler and he's got all these moves. He can be acrobatic and athletic. He can be ground based and fight guys there. He's versatile, right? This match was 5 stars to me. It was told well. It was executed perfectly because you got two of the best. And it was just so well done. Oh, there's the rings they get. So they don't get
I like those rings.
Yeah. Yeah, they get the rings. So I thought it was a terrific match. I was into it from beginning to end. It ended very well. I like these are two great guys. So like there's absolutely nothing negative I have to say about this one. This one was positive from beginning to end. It was well told. Maybe Cody Rhodes, they came to him with nonsense. He's like, no, let's just do this. I don't know, but it worked. It was a main event that deserved to be called a main event. So yeah, my hat's off. And those titles are beautiful. It's hilarious they can't take them with them. They have to stay in Saudi Arabia in the vault. But they get the rings, which is cool. It's bragging rights, basically. So,
yeah. The rings are pretty neat. Like, it's actually really cool. I was just checking checking the shop out to see what else. So, what would you give this? This is a weird pay-per-view. So the poll so far, it only has 3 votes. 3 out of 5, and one person voted but did 2 out of 5.
I gave it a 3.5 out of 5.
Yeah.
I think that's fair considering the quality of some of the matches, the fun of some of the. Yeah, I can't penalize a lot of the performers for the bad stuff because I like the performers. I like Tiffany Stratton. I like everyone in the Tiffany Stratton, Nia Jax with Morgan thing. I love LA Knight with Carmelo Hayes and Andrade, and they did a banger of a match. Gunther and Cody Rhodes, I love those guys together. Chelsea Green can make anything good, and I do like all 4 of those teams. I'm glad that women's tag team wrestling is thriving so much.
Right.
And Bronson Reed is growing on me. I love his entrance. And Seth Rollins is cool. So there wasn't a lot of like things I wasn't there like I didn't like. It was just like the storytelling was wonky a lot of the time. I love Kevin Owens and Randy Orton, obviously. It's just storytelling really got in the way and made this pay-per-view a lot worse than I think it could have been. In all honesty, I could have given the Kevin Owens, Randy Orton match 0, but I just didn't because it wasn't a match. There was no match. But I decided just to discount it because you did get action with it and a pretty wicked spot with Kevin Owens doing the elbow through the table. So I just left that alone. Otherwise, it would have been a lot lower than 3.5 out of 5.
Yeah, I'd probably give it. Yeah, I'd give it like a 3. Like
Yeah. Well, on the poll, I had a choice between you're going to hell for seeing that Jazz before Christmas. I had a choice between 4 and 3 because we don't do halves on the poll, so I picked 3.
Yeah.
right? Because it's probably closer to a 3 than a 4 for sure for me. So I picked 3.
I have to get. I'll have to get one of these autographs. This looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then there's another one. There's this one. I wonder if this. That Jazz before. Oh, that was yes. I know what you're referencing. That was Sean, right? Sean seeing his Jazz toy.
Yeah.
This looks pretty. This one's pretty good.
That is good.
Maybe I'll treat myself. Or do you think this one's better?
Yeah, it's better.
This one might be better. Do I still watch class? I mean, if it's on, I own every. I own all of the WrestleManias. So, shirts you can get from the Canadian store.
Oh,
if you for the WWE, and then you don't get duty, and you pay it in Canada, and you get discounts on that.
Nice.
So that one's better.
I was looking at the belts, but they don't have many of the mini belts.
Oh, they don't have the mini belts anymore?
They have the mini belts, but they don't have many of them.
Oh.
They're mostly selling these monsters, which are going for like $500 each.
Yeah, it's just like it's like super expensive. Yeah, they don't have any of these. Oh, here's some mini ones.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a toy though. That's that's not a mini belt. That's like a toy version. The mini belts are usually like 100. Oh my God, Bret Hart. That's kind of neat.
Yeah, I was looking at the sports teams one.
I don't know. My Superman collection's not worth it. All my stuff's open, Skeptic. Did you see my Fortress Maximus? Were you here when I said I got Fortress Maximus?
I think you was.
I'll show it on the Transformers stream. Oh yeah, they did. They do a belt per wherever they go.
Yeah. So they have a Raptors belt, they have a Blue Jays belt. So I was looking at those, but I'm like $500. I'm like, well, where am I putting it? I'm like,
yeah, they're huge. That's that. It's you can see mine there.
Yeah, yours is pretty big.
I wanted to get like a Rey Mysterio mask or something.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Let's see what else they have. Oh no, they do have them. They've got them. Oh yeah, Tegan Knox was also let go.
Yep. And Baron Corbin.
I'm just tired, Skeptic. I'm just tired. I it's like this, and then I had to do so much reading and watching. I'm gonna post my Conjuring universe rankings. I did a bunch of videos today. I had to read a bunch of comics. I don't know how many comics I read today. I got to review this Last Blood issue number 2. Rob Liefeld. Rob told me to wait a week before I reviewed it because he didn't want people to see it yet. Rob Liefeld talks to you in the Facebook group. Like I'll post stuff. He'll be like, "Oh, that's great. Thanks for buying it." He thanks every person that buys something and posts it in the Facebook group. He personally thanks them.
Oh, that's awesome.
For buying his thing, even if it's like Deadpool team up, like anything. He's like, "Thank you for supporting me. Thank you." And then I'll ask. I was like, "Oh, I love this issue. Can I do a review?" He goes, "Give it a week. I don't want people to see everything." I was like, "Yeah, no problem." And like he reposts my videos, like all that stuff. So, anyways, yeah, I'm seeing what else is on some of this other stuff.
So they don't have any Stephanie Vicar or Julia
stuff. No Julia stuff.
Looking for that.
Yeah, I'll definitely. Oh, Gigi's still there.
Gigi's still there. They got Fallon Henley. Fallon Henley
for her.
F. I think it's up.
Oh. DEF.
Up. There you go.
Oh, it's just a picture. This is like complete waste of money. It's literally just a picture.
Yeah, they don't much.
Mean Gene.
Oh man, you can get his pants.
Matt Riddle. Why is he still there? Isn't he gone?
Oh, Indy Hartwell's still there.
They probably just have a picture. Oh, they have her autograph.
Almost gone. It'll definitely be gone with her freaking leaving now.
Yeah.
They have these cards. I don't know how I feel about those cards.
They're expensive and they're just a card. So
yeah. I'm like, why do we have cards?
So $40.
It's kind of weird to me. Oh man, I'm gonna miss.
Well, it's going to be
He never
changed.
got a fair shake, man. I'm super annoyed that she got like Tegan Knox and Baron Corbin had their faces on milk cartons because no one has seen them in ages. But like frigging Indy Hartwell was on SmackDown this week, and she is a legit talent.
Baron Corbin, they have tried to repackage that guy
748 times. I counted.
I swear every time I'm like, Baron Corbin, is he back again? Like, what is he this time?
I literally thought he had pictures of someone. Either that or he's like the nicest guy, and they're like, no, we want to keep this guy around. Let's just try again.
Bret Hart. Oh, these are cool. This is cool.
Yeah. And of course the hockey jerseys and stuff. I guess hockey jersey. I don't know. Oh, you can get shorts on Bret Hart pink shorts.
I want the Hart Foundation. It's none of these. Oh, they don't have it. The old Hart Foundation.
Oh yeah.
It wears just a skull. Like this basically.
Yeah.
I don't
know though. I don't know if they can do anything with that though, because I think his widow is real. Like she's gone after people hardcore over Owen Hart. Like,
oh yeah.
Oh yeah, big time. Like even family members. Like there was, Davey Boy Smith's widow wrote a book, and Martha Hart, who married Owen Hart's widow, just destroyed her on it. It was pretty real. Low advice. You know what? She's taken too many losses lately. I don't know why she's taking so many losses. She shouldn't be taking.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen Natalya in a while.
No, I think they're pissed off at that entire group. So there was a 10-woman tag match, and it was the Party Girls, Lyra Valkyria, Zelina Vega, and Natalya versus Full Disclosure Venom or whatever that team is, PCB, Pure.
Oh yeah, it's Fusion or
Fusion
whatever.
Collective, PFC.
Mm-hmm.
That weird team, and there was 2 other women with them. I shows you how much I paid attention. I can't even remember who the hell it was. And the match was absolutely trash. It was beyond belief trash. No one seemed to know what they were doing. It was short. It was like 2 minutes. It was Confusion-tron 900, and it was awful. And ever since then, all 10 of those women, with the exception of Zelina Vega, have been MIA. Because it was so freaking bad. It's so bad, I can't even remember all the participants in the match.
the Bret Hart shorts?
Yeah, the Bret Hart shorts. I mean, it was so bad that probably family members disowned some of them after it was done. It was awful. I literally can't. I've got to look up now to see who those other 2 women are, because they literally have been erased from existence. I'm just looking it up now. What was it, on Raw? It was on Raw. Yeah, they called it chaotic. What it was awful. It was absolutely awful. The Unholy Union. I told you they both been. They've been like, I think they've been deported. It was so bad. It was like awful. It was an awful match. Like I think everyone had to get back their wrestling card after it was done, other than Zelina, who is like super popular and super cute, and they got to keep her up there because she's part of the LWO. But those other 9 women I was surprised they weren't released, because it was so bad a match. It was just awful. There could possibly have been people arrested after that match.
I don't like these large autographs where you can't put them in a thing. I like the smaller ones.
No, I don't like them either.
Like where it's so huge. 16 by 20, yeah, that's too big.
Well, it's even like the one we have for damage control.
Damage control, yeah. Oh, 8 by 10, this is okay.
8 by 10s preferable.
They have some, like, they have a lot of cool signed stuff.
Yeah.
Like, they actually have some decent. Oh, I can't tell the difference, so I don't know. Whatever Liv Morgan is on, I like better.
I preferred.
They should have a yellow
SmackDown for the longest time because it was shorter.
Yeah.
But now at the same time, I don't have a preference. I prefer shorter because it's like they don't have the writers to sustain a long program. They usually can't do it. So.
Finn Balor, Jey Uso, LA Knight. Oh, Liv Morgan's in the top now. Alexa Bliss, is she coming back or what?
I'm assuming so. I have no idea. I have no idea. And if she comes back, who does she come back as? They were trying to do her as one of the Wyatts, and now maybe she'll come back and feud with Nikki Cross to join the Wyatt Six. I have no idea.
I don't like the Wyatts, man.
No? You're not a Wyatts guy?
It's just boring to me.
I like the Wyatts because I like the people in the Wyatt Six. And I like them going after the Final Testament. And for some reason, I like The Miz trying to be in part of the Final Testament because he does not fit in that group at all.
At all.
And I just think that's funny. But I like Karrion Kross is great, man. Craziest?
That it's only autograph. That there really is just autographs or whatever.
I mean, we have shirts. I got the HeroClix wrestlers. Some of the HeroClix wrestlers.
We both have a piece of the wrestling ring.
Yeah. Maybe that's crazy.
That's kind of neat.
We have the chairs we sat on at the wrestling event.
My chair is right there. My camera won't be able to. This chair. This is a chair, and that's the chair.
Yeah. They literally let you take your chair home when you buy those things, which is cool.
You actually bought the chair.
Yeah.
Merge them together, yeah. So.
Well, NXT is the best. Is the best show out there right now.
Oh, I agree with that.
The three. I'm hyper into NXT. Most of my favorite women are on NXT now. So.
Yeah, NXT is great. Oh, I like Kalani Jordan. She's good.
Kalani's good. But Julia and Stephanie Vicar, man, I'm like, man, these girls are the best. Like Kalani's good. I'm actually looking forward to that 10 women match on Wednesday. And Zarya looks great.
Julia's spelled it's this, right?
G-U-I-L.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. She's amazing, man. I love Julia.
Yeah, there's no one
who sucks in NXT.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But she's like, to me, the top of the mountain. Her and Stephanie are at the top of the freaking mountain.
Where's it's like Stephanie Vacker, yeah. So she was like a luchador person, right?
She's a luchadora.
Yeah.
She's awesome, man. That match at Halloween Havoc she had with Julia was that final sequence was amazing. Where Julia hit that sick superplex and then Stephanie hit that the corkscrew splash. I was like, holy shit. I was actually worried. I was like, oh my God, I hope they didn't hurt her because it looks so freaking brutal. I'm like, they really they killed freaking Roxanne Perez.
I know.
And Roxanne's tiny. I'm like, this is awful. Roxanne's hurt.
Yeah, we haven't seen Lyra.
Nope.
And you're right. All of them are gone. I think it's like they're like, you guys all suck. You're all gone.
Yeah, I think they're punished. I think they're all stuck on they sent them all back to the performance center. Other than Zelina, maybe they're like, well, you're part of the LWO. We can't really make you disappear. But the other 9, no one pays attention to, so they're all gone. It was weird. It's like they've disappeared. And I'm like, I love Lyra. I'm like, what happened?
What's Fallon's?
She's got a new hairstyle now.
Oh, it's like more straight, right?
Yeah. I like her old one better, but I can deal with straight-haired Fallon.
Roll of Vice.
Yeah. I hope she wins. I mean, I like Jada Parker, but I hope Lola wins. She needs.
Yeah. I think she'll just do whatever they tell her, though. She wants to be in it so badly that she'll just do whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever is asked.
Yeah.
Which is good and also bad. Like, you want to be friendly with everybody and get in there, but then also you want to make sure that you're fighting for your character.
That's the important thing, right? Because you're going to be the only one fighting for your character, so it's so important that you do.
Yeah, like they can say, hey, do this and that and whatever, but
like what she doesn't realize is if she keeps taking their suggestions, they'll write her into the ground and then they'll get rid of her.
Right.
Because they're like, no one cares about you anymore. But your writing is what made them not care about me anymore. By having me lose every single match.
Right.
You valued the character. And that was your choice, not mine. Right. But I'm going to end up taking... See, I don't want to go into this younger... I don't want to go into this younger person's thing but you have to realize, and I've realized it again this week with my own job, if you just no matter what you do, they will get rid of you. They will look for ways to get rid of you. No matter what you've done, they will look to get rid of you. So you got to fight for yourself as much as you can to make sure that they don't get rid of you. Yes, that has happened.
Some guys don't want to play by the...
Well, sometimes it's an accident. Sometimes people get hurt. And sometimes there's bad botches. Like, I'll give you a botch that happened recently. Rhea Ripley was not supposed to be Liv Morgan at the last pay-per-view. She won by DQ. That was not supposed to happen. Because if you remember, Raquel picked up Liv and slammed her on Rhea.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be 1, 2, 3, Liv pinned Rhea. That did not happen. And the reason why is because the referee literally said, being in character, you did all this shit right in front of me. I have to disqualify you. It was a legit botch that led to the wrong person winning. Now, it didn't matter because the title didn't change hands.
Yeah.
But that wasn't supposed to happen.
Yeah.
That was not how it was written. So,
yeah, yes, that's a mess up.
Skeptic, it does happen. It's happened several times.
It's people. People make mistakes.
Yeah.
It's live. You make mistakes live. You run in. You're not supposed to. It's in front of a huge audience, so you can't hide it. And this isn't like the old days. Like, you remember with WrestleMania 3, they had said they had hyped up WrestleMania 3, Hogan versus Andre, and then the number in attendance changes every 5 minutes, but it was 93,000, then it was really more like 80,000, then it was 70, then it was 95. It was well, I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But they kept hyping it up. And when you're a kid watching this, you're watching stuff off TV, so you don't know. And they're like, can Hulk Hogan slam Andre the Giant? My God, he won't be able to do it. And it's like, he slammed Andre the Giant 500 times.
He has.
Like prior to WrestleMania 3, he had slammed him 100 times. It's like, but unless you attended one of those house shows, you didn't see it. But now everything's on phone. I mean, Steve and I, if we combined our recordings, we almost recorded the entirety of Raw that we were on.
Yep.
Like I could have recorded if my phone had enough storage capacity, because I'm shooting in HD, I could have recorded the entire Raw. So there's not going to be anything that's going to happen that people don't know about. Like, sure, back then, WrestleMania 3, 40 years ago or whatever it was, it's like, sure, you could be like, oh yeah, he's never slammed him before. It's like, he's slammed him 100 times. Yeah, but nobody saw that. He never slammed him. Face Hogan never slammed heel Andre.
Because Andre was never a heel.
Right, before that. So, but the human being known as Terry Bollea or whatever
slammed Andre, whatever his last name was,
whatever's the long French name or whatever, has slammed that guy a bunch of times. But like, again, unless it's on Twitter or something, no, because you could say I saw him slam. I remember that Shawn Michaels and Razor ladder match.
Yep.
I saw that before it was on pay-per-view or whatever, because they did it. They would test these out at the house shows. I saw the match at the house show. We were like stunned. I'm like, I can't believe how awesome. I saw Razor Shawn Michaels ladder match. Then we saw it on whatever pay-per-view it was. You're like SummerSlam was like, holy shit. And I remember my buddy, who shall not be named, was with me on that one. And we're like, oh my God, this is the one we saw this already. This is so cool. Hey, FK, how's it going?
Hell.
Just play stuff on the floor now. Oh no, I just cleaned up the floor, which is actually crazy. But no, this is, there's lots of stuff there, but that's Fortress Maximus, who used to be up there, but then he's down there now. Yeah, like we were stunned. I'm like, hey, it's the ladder match that we saw. It's not exactly exact because they didn't do it exactly, but it's pretty much the match we saw. Now, we had seen that before it was on. I remember saying, oh yeah, we saw this. Yeah, but it wasn't televised. And there wasn't 10,000 people with cameras. So yeah, I didn't know Andre had been slammed before.
Nope.
I'm watching WrestleMania 3. I was like, I don't think Hogan can slam him.
Yeah.
And then he slammed. Like, oh my God. Yeah. And then I don't know, whatever. You grow up and you learn about things and stuff, and it's like, oh yeah, and and I believed, it was 93,000, whatever. Oh my God, this is insane. And then he comes out, it's like, well, it really wasn't that much. It was kind of like, we don't know. You don't know. It's like, oh, well, you don't know what the time was. No, we don't know what the capacity was. And yeah, Hogan slammed them before. It's like, he did? I don't. What? How are you talking about? Because we don't know about this stuff. How do you know? Now everything is known. You can't hide anything.
Can't get away with anything anymore.
Yeah, Saturday mornings. Wow, yeah.
Yep.
My grandfather used to make fun of wrestling like crazy. He'd be like, "Oh, it's all fake and stuff," and I'm like, "Well, whatever. I don't, I was just like, I don't know." And then he'd always make fun of Hogan, saying, "Oh, he just gets beat up, and then he starts to get all energized." He's like, every match is the same. I'm like, you're watching it with me every time anyways, so stop it, right? So it's like he would watch and my aunt would watch and my grandfather would watch and just like get angry at it. He's like, oh, this guy, what is he doing? I like how it's like he just genuinely dismisses it all. It's like, he goes, that guy's just going to get angry and then win. I was like, yep, that's...
He wasn't wrong. That's the thing.
Well, that's the point. So he caught on to that right away. It's like, wait a minute. I've seen this happen before. He goes, then he'll start to breathe heavy.
Breathe heavy.
Because he'll be like... And then he'll be like, no. I don't think StreamYard, I can't do more than 8 hours on StreamYard. I think it'll cut me off. I gotta watch Hysteria tonight. I gotta start watching Hysteria. Bruce Campbell.
Oh yeah.
My buddy Dan, Legionnaire Dan, loved it. I downloaded it. Didn't watch it yet. I'll watch it. So we'll see how that goes. He said it was pretty good. I'll check it out. It's a good fake. What is it? Oh, sorry. Do you remember Scrappy Doo? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still annoying. Nobody likes Scrappy Doo.
Nope.
Scrappy Doo is the Jar Jar Binks of. It's a good fake now that we watch women's pregnant bodies are slammed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh! If you go to did anyone watch that Vince McMahon documentary? That when they were showing the Attitude stuff, I was so embarrassed for myself. I thought, wow, I watched all this too. And
Mark,
all this stuff with Trish Stratus and stuff, and his wife Linda's like incapacitated. It's so like I don't get offended. I'm not offended. I don't care. I'm never offended, and nothing bothers me. I don't care. I'm watching the Terrifier movies. You can't get, but I mean that show would be canceled. Like any one of the thing, like there was at least 15 things per episode that would get you canceled for life. Like
it was today, absolutely like by today's standards, it was shocking.
Karate Kids tomorrow, Tuesdays, Transformers. James Gunn did Scooby. I like the Scooby Doo first Scooby Doo movie. I remember when Scooby Doo 2 was considered terrible. Now it's probably a masterpiece compared to all the garbage and things that we can. I remember thinking, oh, it wasn't that good. I thought it was not that great. It was kind of shitty. And then it's probably a masterpiece now. Oh, did he say the N-word? Wow. Wow. But anyway, no, I mean, it's crazy. Anyways, guys, we're going to end it off there. I'm super tired. We'll be back tomorrow for Legion. So Steve, what do you got going on? You want to let everybody know what's going on?
Yeah, well, my 5th book's out there. If you go to my website, you'll see it, and you'll see links to buy it if you'd like to give it a shot. It's on ebook, paperback, hardcover. I'm not just advertising, trying to get it out there. That's basically it.
Cool. Deadpool. Well, I like Deadpool. I like all the Deadpool movies. Deadpool 2 is my favorite.
Yeah.
Deadpool 2 is my favorite of the Deadpool movies, even over Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah.
And I rewatched Deadpool and Wolverine last weekend, and I liked it a lot more than when I first saw it, because now I knew what to expect, and I realized that this is not the real Wolverine, so just get over it. The fights are pretty awesome. And having the team up at the end was pretty neat. And them holding hands to defeat that thing is a cool way to do it. Yeah. So there you go. Okay, people, that is it. I will hopefully see you tomorrow. Have a good one. I've been doing The Prisoner. Since I've been watching The Prisoner, be seeing you.
Hey friends, you've just been listening to J-Man, and he is the smartest person who ever lived. So make sure you like and subscribe.